Hi faculty, I just wanted to record a faster and quicker video on my expectations for getting your course ready for the new year or the new quarter. So we always start in the announcements, and you want to make sure that all your announcements say item is not available. That means they are set for the future, a future date. This is typically done in the master shell, so it should be inherited, but if it isn't, you just want to go in and make those settings. Now, here's an important note. I do want the announcements to be emailed every week. So you can't set the future date to be the date of the actual announcement we'll post, because while the announcement will post on the correct date, you cannot be date restricted and send a copy. It will say no. It will say it will not allow it will not allow it to do it unless it's changed. Yeah, see, it can't do it. So you will not be able to send an announcement. I want the announcement sent by email because I think it's a good double check for the students. So make sure all the announcements are hidden. If you go into edit mode and turn it off, you should only see the announcements that aren't hidden. And that's a good way to check to make sure you've done it right. See, we've missed week 2 here, so we need to get that done. Just turn edit mode back on and make those changes. Next thing is course information. You want to update the syllabus and the schedule. I've been trying to put in school years for the dates for the updates instead of having the exact date. I'd rather have the school years because then what you can do is go here to overwrite file, and you can upload your new file right here by just overwriting the current file that's there. However, if it's not updated the current year, you're going to need to go in and edit the course syllabus information. You're going to need to then change the dates to the next school year, whatever school year we're currently in. This happens to be 1920, so 2019-20, and then you'll be able to go in and then just do what you would normally do, which is overwrite the file. Overwriting the file is just an easier way of getting that information in there instead of having to go in here and try to upload it that way. Okay, I see I'm making a mess of things by playing around in here, but still. Okay, so now update the course schedule and syllabus. Make sure that your name's on the syllabus. Make sure the date on the syllabus is for the current quarter. If your syllabus is outdated or doesn't seem right, let me know and I can download you a new syllabus and send it to you. In the course content area, you want to make sure that the modules are in order, that everything looks good. You want to go into each module and you want to click on every link in the module. You want to make sure the video plays. You want to make sure that the weekly activities are connected. Anything that is something down here, you want to make sure you click on it and make sure that it opens. That's just checking all the links. The links should be working. If they're not, you want to let me know and we'll get them updated. Again, you can just preview the next module and that will zoom you along to the next module. Now that's in the updated courses. Updated courses should have these module headings and should be formatted in this way. If your course isn't formatted in that way, let me know. If you're interested in updating the format, there is some money available for having faculty update the format in the classes. I'd be glad to send you a master module and you could do that. Just let me know if you're interested in helping me update these things. Now, as the course goes along, I prefer all of my faculty to move the course modules and the discussion boards down to the bottom. So what you would do is click on this up-down arrow here, and you just click on module 1, and you move it all the way down to the bottom, all the way down. If you move it all the way down, then when you do module 2, you move it all the way down, etc., etc. It will repopulate back up to the top by the end of the class. It doesn't really matter, but it does look easier for the students. You could tell them just to go to the bottom to find the last module. When you do that, immediately the module's now down at the bottom. The new module's up here at the top. I want the discussion boards to be done the same way. That way, always the newest discussion board is up here at the top. You can leave the question and answer section up there. Be sure to subscribe to the question and answer section. If you don't see a subscribe button, that means the form has not been adjusted to allow subscriptions. Let me know and I can adjust it in the master and we can adjust it in your class. You want to make sure to go in and put in due dates for all the assignments and the discussion boards. This helps the students because it will pop up. One of the things you're going to want to see is that the discussion boards should just be set for, I'll show you what a discussion board looks like. The discussion board should just be set for the grade, and then however many posts are due that week, and then the due date. You put in the due date. So you want to make sure to check those things in the discussion boards. If there's already due dates in your course, you can adjust the entire thing through the date function. If you go to Course Tools, you will see Date Management. Click on that, and it will allow you to adjust the dates within the date management. You can adjust the dates for the entire class by a certain number of days, or you can adjust individual dates within that. That way you can get all up to date really quickly and easily. One thing to note that when you do set a number of posts for the need grading status, if they do not have the correct number, it will not come up under needs grading. So you will need to go in and manually grade it if the students aren't doing the right amount of posts. So let's go in and talk a little bit about the grade book. That's the next thing I want you to look at. When you look at your grade book, be sure that the assignments are in the correct order. You can fix this by going to Column Organization under Manage, and you can organize them the way you want. I always move the weighted total up to the frozen area. That means the grade is always right by the person's name when you're looking at their work. You can also make sure that everything has points connected to it as it's supposed to. Submit, and it will make those changes for you. Now, here's the other thing I'd like you to always do is check your weighted totals. If you're in one of my master's classes, you just have a total button. Just make sure that total is 1,000 points. For those of you who have weighted totals, the one thing I want you to do is edit column information. Make sure that you see percentage. Make sure that you see city-use scale. Then go down here and make sure you have 100% total weight and that everything is added, discussion boards and the assignments within the class. Sometimes something gets dropped off, and when that happens and you go into this column, it will warn you that not everything has a weighted total. So you just want to make sure that everything has appropriate weighted total. That's all set. And that's pretty much it to get your class ready. Now, obviously, if you want to go in and add some resources or some videos that you've created, that's great. We do encourage the faculty strongly to record live videos each week to add to the announcement just to show your face, or at least every other week. That's really good. But if you have the time, it's also good to run a live class. I usually try to run a live class the week an assignment is due. I record it. I don't require the students to come unless they want to, but then I record it so they can watch it later. It does make them feel like you're a part of the class and helps to kind of keep you connected to your students. So that was a 8-minute video. It's better than the 20-minute video I made last time. Let me know if any of you have any questions. Thank you for listening.